Andrej Karpathy recently posted that he never felt this much behind as a programmer, and this got him 15 million plus views. Hi everyone, I am Amrit, and if you are a developer wondering how AI is changing the way we code, or if you're curious about how the top developers are actually using these AI tools, and honestly, if you're feeling a bit left behind, this video is exactly what you need. What if I told you the best engineers in the world are no longer writing most of their own code? Not because they got lazy, but because they discovered a faster way to build it. For decades, programming meant this. You think, you write code, you test, you debug, and you repeat. That loop defined what it meant to be a developer. But guys, let me tell you, this is changing very fast. Let's look at what leading developers are actually saying about this shift. You all must be knowing Andrej Karpathy. He is someone who's been at the forefront of AI development. And guess what? He also feels behind. Let me read you his exact words because every sentence matters. In his post, he talks about how the profession is being dramatically refactored because the code that programmers actually write is becoming increasingly sparse and between. Now, what does that mean? It means we are not writing line after line of implementation code anymore. We are just orchestrating, directing, and connecting pieces. Here's where it gets really interesting. Karpathy says there is a completely new layer of abstraction to master now. And it's not just one or two things, guys. It is agents, sub-agents, prompts, context, memory systems, modes, permissions, tools, plugins, skills, hooks, MCP, LSP, /commands, workflows, IDE integration, and the list goes on. He compares this to being handed an alien tool with no manual. Everyone is figuring out how to hold it and operate it while a magnitude 9 earthquake is rocking the profession. His final warning: roll up your sleeves to not fall behind. Now let us look at another developer, Boris Cherny's perspective. And this guy is not just any developer, guys. He is the creator of Claude Code itself. Basically, it is the AI-powered command line coding tool that is revolutionizing how engineers work. He is literally building the tools that are changing the industry, and even he is experiencing this massive mental shift. In one of his social media posts, Boris mentions something fascinating. He says he'll start approaching a problem manually, the old-fashioned way, and he has to literally remind himself that Claude can probably do this. He shares a concrete example that perfectly illustrates this. They were debugging a memory leak in Claude Code. Boris started doing it the traditional way, connecting the profiler, using the app, pausing the profiler, manually looking through the heap allocations. So basically he was doing the proper debugging process. Meanwhile, his coworker took a completely different approach. He simply asked Claude to make a heap dump, read the dump, look at the retained objects that probably shouldn't be there. And Claude one-shotted the solution and created a pull request. One shot, problem solved, and PR ready. And Boris says this happens to him most weeks. Now here is where it gets really interesting. Boris points out that the newer co-worker and the new grads, people who don't have legacy assumptions about what AI can and can't do, are actually using these tools more effectively. They don't have any mental baggage. They don't have years of muscle memory telling them this is how you debug or this is how you code. They just see a problem and think that they can ask Claude to handle this. And you know what? It works. Boris in his post was very honest about how challenging this is. He mentions that it takes significant mental work to readjust to what the model can do every month or two as model gets better and better at coding and engineering. Imagine that. Every couple of months, you have to recalibrate your entire mental model of what's possible. That's the world we are living in right now. Boris then dropped an absolute bombshell, guys. Last month was his first month as an engineer where he didn't open an IDE at all. Not once. Let that sink in, guys. Boris Cherny, the creator of Claude Code, a professional software engineer working on a complex product, didn't open his IDE for an entire month. Instead, Opus 4.5 wrote 200 PRs, every single line of code. We are talking about 40,000 lines added, 38,000 lines removed. That's not a side project, guys. That's a production code. That's real engineering work at scale using these AI tools. Now, I know what you're thinking after hearing all of this. Okay, this is wild, but what am I supposed to do with this? That's exactly what we are going to talk now. Because knowing this is happening is not enough. We need a plan of action. So let me break down key takeaways which you should definitely take away from this video. Number 1. Accept the paradigm shift. You are not just learning a new tool, you are learning a new way to think about programming. The mental model has changed. You are no longer a code writer, you are becoming a code orchestrator, a prompt engineer, and an AI workflow designer. You need to stop fighting it. Stop saying I prefer to code it myself because it's faster. Maybe it was faster last year, but the gap is closing so fast that by the time you finish watching this video, it might already be closed. Number 2, start small but start now. You don't need to stop using your IDE tomorrow like Boris, but you do need to start experimenting today. Pick one task this week. Maybe it's just writing basic tests, or maybe it's refactoring a messy function, or maybe it's debugging something annoying. Ask AI to do it. Don't do it manually first. Break that habit. Number 3, learn the new abstraction layer. Karpathy mentioned all those new concepts like agents, sub-agents, prompts, context, tools, MCP. You need to understand these. This isn't optional learning anymore. This is the core professional development. You need to start learning how to write effective prompts for code generation, how to break down problems for AI agents, how to review and verify AI generated code, how to use tools like Cursor, GitHub, Copilot, and Claude Code. Also, how agentic workflows actually work. Number 4, embrace the unpredictability. This is hard for engineers. We like deterministic systems. We like predictability. But these AI tools are, as Karpathy said, stochastic, fallible, unintelligible, and changing. You need to develop new skills like verifying AI output, testing more thoroughly, understanding when to trust the AI and when to double check, and iterating with AI rather than expecting perfection on the first try. Number 5, learn your assumptions. This may be the hardest one. If you have been coding for 5, 10, 15 years, you have deep assumptions about what is hard, what is easy, what takes time, and what is impossible. All of those assumptions, question them. Boris made this explicit. Newer developers without those legacy assumptions are often more effective with the AI tools. Don't let your experience become your limitation. Number 6, think in terms of leverage. Boris wrote 40,000 lines of code in a month without opening his IDE. That's not about replacing developers, it's about leverage. One developer can now have an output of what used to take a small team. But here's the thing guys, that one developer needs to be skilled at architecture and system design, knowing what to build and why, prompt engineering and AI orchestration, code review and quality assurance, and understanding the business problem. The job isn't going away. It's evolving into something that requires more sophistication, not less. Now let us conclude this video. Karpathy is right when he says we are in the middle of an earthquake, and Boris is also right when he says we are just getting started. But here is what I want all of you to understand. This isn't about fear guys, it is about opportunity. The developers who succeed in the next 5 years won't be the ones who wrote most codes, but they'll be the ones who understood how to leverage AI to build better products faster and at a scale that was previously impossible. The winners will be the ones who didn't cling to the old ways of working because it felt comfortable. They will be the ones who leaned into discomfort, learned the new tools, and came out the other side more capable than they ever imagined. The question isn't whether this shift is happening, it's happening right now, whether you're ready or not. The real question is, are you going to roll up your sleeves and figure this out, or are you going to fall behind? This is the question I want all of you to take home and think about. And if this video helped you to understand what is happening in the developer world right now, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I'm breaking down AI tools and strategies every week on my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.